scariest thing I've ever done in Colorado would have to be alligator wrestling, hands down.
That sounds like something you'd only do in Florida. Where'd you do it?
This gator wrestling class, right? It was something that was being offered by the Gators Reptile Park out in the San Luis Valley. No clue if they still offer it. At the time, it was $100. Saw it online, had to give it a try. Basically, the day of the class, we get there, you have to sign a waiver, obviously. And you're kind of greeted with these little jars that have human fingers just preserved in them, right? First pool of gators that you're wrestling, they're like 2 to 3 feet. It's an above ground pool. You step in, you're pretty much just plucking them out of the water. Once the gators are in that like 4 to 6 foot range, you're wrestling them on ground. So you sneak up behind them, grab their tail, yank them to the ground, essentially off balance, and then dive on their head.
As one does.
At that point, once you have the gator under control, they're given medical care. That's the whole purpose of the class. It helps these gators get their wounds treated. The scariest part of this class, though, was when you go to wrestle the gators that are like 8+ feet. You get into this pool, and it's about up to your thigh deep, which is dirty, nasty water. Whenever you walk into this little pit area with this pool, all the gators go underwater. At that point, you have to walk around in this pool and try to touch a gator with your feet, and then someone in the group dives down on the gator. Gator takes them for a ride across the water for a few seconds, and then they have to wrap this lasso around its neck. Then everyone joins forces. You pull the gator to shore. The whole time it's doing the death roll where it's just shooting up out of the water and spinning. Absolutely wild. And then once you get it to shore, you get the gator under control, and it gets its medical treatment. So hands down, the scariest thing I've done in Colorado was going into that larger gator pit.
Yeah, I know they're two different creatures. I grew up watching the Crocodile Hunter, as most of us did, and I think I'll stick to that if I ever get offered the opportunity.
Funny story there. I had a Crocodile Dundee hat with me that I was like, this will look great for the photos. The second I saw the dismembered thumbs and such, I immediately noped out of that one. I was not confident enough for that.
You got to lock in.